to go home.
He's quitting on his stool. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. What?
What a wet bag. Give me the 10 grand, baby. Give me the 10 grand. Hey, grab that.
So y'all saw it. Chris Eubank Jr. reacting to Billy Joe Saunders getting stopped by Saul Canelo Alvarez. As we all know, Canelo broke the face of Billy Joe Saunders, giving him multiple fractures around his orbital area, which led to the stoppage after the 8th round. And Canelo ends up winning the title, all the 3 titles, WBO, WBC, and WBA titles. 1 belt away from being undisputed in the super middleweight division. So Chris Eubank is, laughing and, saying, give me my $10,000. If you guys don't know, if you follow him on social media, he bet $10,000 on Canelo winning by KO, TKO, or DQ. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not getting $10,000. He's probably going to get like what? Maybe $1,000 or $2,000 because of the odds. I'm not entirely sure what the odds were leading up to the Canelo fight, but I know for sure that Canelo was the big favorite to win that fight against Billy Joe Saunders. So, anyway, it bugs me that Chris Eubank thinks he saw that when it comes to Billy Joe Saunders, because at the end of the day, Billy beat him. If Chris Eubank, don't get me wrong, I like Chris Eubank. He's an exciting fighter. He goes out there and lets hands go. And he's an exciting fighter. Only lost twice in his pro career. His 2 losses came from Billy Joe Saunders and George Groves. He lost to Billy Joe Saunders in 2014. Yes, it was a close fight. Could have gone either way. But at the end of the day, he freaking lost that fight. And Billy Joe Saunders moved on to bigger and better things. And, he fought in the biggest fight of this year in front of 70,000 people. I don't think Chris Eubank Jr. can do that. But eventually, you never know, right? Maybe one day. And he lost to freaking George Groves. And that fight, I thought George Groves clearly won that fight. I thought he clearly won. And Chris Eubank is also a believer of the IBO title, if you guys didn't know. He likes to consider himself a world champion after winning the IBO title. I don't know, man. I just feel like, Chris Eubank laughing at Billy Joe Saunders for losing this fight. It just doesn't make sense, because the dude beat you. Billy Joe Saunders beat you, and Billy Joe Saunders has achieved more than you. So I don't know, man. It makes me want to see Chris Eubank get knocked out, to be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. Makes me want to see him get knocked out. And if you follow Chris Eubank on social media, he posted this out right here. He said, Canelo, if you want a Brit to give you a real fight, I'm ready and waiting. Man, I still can't forget this Prince Nassim moment where he tells him to retire. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Canelo versus Eubank. I can honestly see this fight happening one day. If Chris Eubank keeps winning fights, if he goes out there, keeps winning fights, and big fights, not just random ass fights like his last fight against Marcus Marston. It has to be big fights. It has to be memorable fights where we, get amazed by Chris Eubank. And that will definitely create some demand of him fighting Canelo in the future, maybe in the later part of next year. Canelo has always talked about wanting to fight in the UK. He wants to perform in front of the UK fight fans. And I honestly feel like Chris Eubank Jr. is the fight to make if we look at who's available at the moment. There's really not many fighters from the UK that would pack a crowd at the moment that Canelo can fight. I mean, obviously, if he fought Billy or Callum Smith over in the UK, it would have packed a massive crowd. But who else is out there other than Chris Eubank Jr.? So maybe one day we might actually see this fight. So this guy right here. Last performances. Billy Joe Saunders absolutely competitive against the pound-for-pound king, retires through injury, Chris Eubank labors to a points victory against Marcus fucking Morrison. Behave yourself. And that's true, man. Chris Eubank thinks he's all that, but once he enters against Canelo, I'm sure he'll get knocked the fuck out. I'm gonna be honest. I think right now, Eubank, he thinks he's all that, man. He thinks he's all that. And honestly, I think Billy still beats him. I think Billy would still beat him in a close competitive fight. But that's just what I think. But we'll see. We'll see how things go in the future. We'll see if they'll eventually fight each other again. Whether it's Eubank against Billy or Eubank against Canelo. I mean, right now Billy has to go through surgery. So yeah, I think he's going through some surgery right now to fix his broken bones or in the orbital area, and hopefully he comes out of it healthy and okay. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.